So let's continue reading. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope, help from God. So solitary means lonely. What do you mean by solitary? Lonely. So but in the hearts of all who lived in that lonely house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope, help from God. So what was the only hope left in the people who were living in that lonely house in the middle of valley? That is hope, that is help from God. Don't be so upset even though this seems like a total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. That's what they say. No one dies of hunger. All through the night, Lenko thought only of his one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he has been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. So Lenko deeply believed that God always sees everybody. He can see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. Lanko was an ox of a man, working like an animal in the fields, but still he knew how to write. So he was a very hard working person. Ox of a man means he was a very hard working man, and he used to work like animal in the fields, but still he knew how to write. The following Sunday at daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. So the following Sunday at daybreak and early in the morning, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm dash dash dash. So he says what he writes in the letter, that God, if you will not help me and my family, I will go hungry this year. So I need 100 peso in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes. He wrote to God on the envelope, put the letter inside, and still troubled went to town. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. One of the employees, who was a postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss, laughing heartily, and showed him the letter to God. So one of the employees, who was also a postman, he went to his boss laughing heartily and showed him the letter to God. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address, because it was addressed the letter to God. So where to mail the letter? That was the problem to the postman. The postmaster, a fat, amiable. What do you mean by amiable? Friendly and pleasant. So fat, amiable fellow also broke out laughing, but almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk commented, what faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter, starting up a correspondence with God. So, in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea, answer the letter. So, he never wanted to, because he was so kind hearted, he was so friendly that he never wanted to shake the writer's, means Lenko's faith in God. So therefore, he got an idea that write a letter, answer the letter. But when he opened it, it was evident that to answer it, he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. So when he opened the letter and saw what was written in it, it was very clear. It was very clear that something more was needed than goodwill, ink and paper. What was needed? Of course, money, because Lenko had asked 100 pesos from God to sow his field. But he stuck to his resolution. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. So this was an act of charity. So he stuck to his resolution, means what he has decided. He stuck to his decision, and he asked for money from his employees, and he also gave part of his salary. So it's such a kind gesture from the postmaster, because he never wanted to shake the faith of God from the writer. Okay, so that was an act of charity from by these people. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lenko, and with a letter containing only a single word as a signature, gone. So what he did, he collected the money, but he could not collect 100 pesos, but little more than half. He put the money in the envelope, and very simply, without writing anything, he did a signature, that is gone. Who or what did Lenko had faith in? What did he do? Yes, who or what did Lenko have faith in? Lenko had faith in God. He had an indomitable faith in God. So what did he do? Yes, what did he do, my dear students? Yes, he wrote a letter to God asking him for 100 pesos, because he wrote in it that if God would not help him, then he and his family will go hungry that year. So he had faith in God, that is why he asked for 100 pesos from God, because he wanted 100 pesos to sow his field again. Who read the letter? Yes, who read the letter? The postman read the letter, and he went to his boss, that is the postmaster, who was a very kind-hearted person, and showed that letter which had the address on the top, that is letter to God. What did the postmaster do then? Yes, postmaster, as you can see, was a very kind person, and he never wanted the writer's faith in God to be shaken. So that is why he also knew that he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. So he stuck to his resolution, and he asked money from his employees. He himself gave part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for the act of charity. So he packed that money in the envelope, but he could not collect 100 pesos, but could collect more than half of it, and sent that money to on the address of Lenko, simply putting the signature of God. So this is what the postmaster did to help Lenko. Yes. Now let's read further. The following Sunday, Lenko came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment is satisfaction of a man who has performed a good deed, looked on from his office. So postmaster was very confident and satisfied that he had done a good deed, so he looked on from his office. Lenko showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money, such was his confidence, but he became angry when he counted the money. So Lenko was not at all surprised to see the letter, because he had faith in God. Instead, he opened the envelope and he counted the money, and he got angry. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lenko what he had requested. So he said that God could never make a mistake of packing less than 100 pesos, and nor could God have denied what he had requested for. Immediately, Lenko went up to the window to ask for paper and ink. On the public writing table, he started to write with much wrinkling of his brow, caused by the effort he had to make to express his ideas. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp, which he licked and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. So he took a stamp, and he licked that stamp, and he fixed it on the envelope. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. It said, God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. Send me the rest since I need it very much. But don't send it me through the mail because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. Lanko. So see what he had written. That's such a sad thing for both the postman and the postmaster. So as soon as he posted that letter, the postmaster went and opened the letter and see what it was written. That God, of all the money which I asked you, you have only sent me 70 pesos. Send me the rest of the money because I need it. But don't send it me through the mail because these post office employees are a bunch of crooks. Lenko. So that's a very sad thing on the part of Lenko, and it was a very sad act because postmaster and postman were being kind-hearted, but Lenko did not respond well to this situation. Yes, so I hope you have understood the chapter. Now let's read the questions. Was Lanko surprised to find a letter for him with money in it? Yes, do you think Lanko was surprised? No, Lanko showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money inside the envelope. What made him angry? So when he opened the envelope, when he opened the letter, he was very confident that the God would have sent him 100 pesos. But when he counted the money, he saw that there were only 70 pesos. So that is why he got angry. So these are the questions. So you are supposed to do these oral comprehension check questions in your notebook also, my dear students. I will be sending you the PDF of question and answers also, but these questions also you will attempt in your notebooks along with the questions which I will be sending you tomorrow as a PDF. Thank you and have a nice